Hi, how's it going?
Hello everyone. This is the Sony ECM-W2BT wireless mic system. I picked it up on sale because despite its somewhat limited features overall, I thought it could be a useful system due to its highlight feature. When used with Sony cameras that have a multi-interface shoe, you don't need to have a cable running from the receiver to the camera. It sends audio directly through the shoe mount. Very simple, clean, and convenient. Otherwise, the feature set is a bit lacking compared to the competition at a similar price, but I thought it would still make a convenient, simple wireless setup for cameras like my ZV-1. It turns out, this wireless system has so much self-noise, I literally thought it was defective and exchanged it. The replacement is about the same, and I've since found others talking about the self-noise, so it's just the nature of the system. I tried multiple cameras, I used the built-in microphones, I tried an external lavalier microphone, I tried it using the multi-interface shoe, and I tried using the 3.5mm output jack on the receiver. In all cases, the noise is there. When used outside or in a situation with some ambient sound, the self-noise may not be super noticeable, and there are ways to reduce noise in post, but I wouldn't expect a system in this price range to have this level of noise. Now I'm recording with the ECM-W2BT. As ever, Sony hitting us with the catchy model names. I'm using the built-in microphone in the transmitter, which is clipped to my shirt. I'm recording directly into a ZV-1 via the multi-interface shoe, and when connected to the multi-interface shoe, the audio levels cannot be adjusted in camera. And that holds true on other Sony cameras as well, not just the ZV-1. The only adjustment you have when using this system is a 3-position switch on the transmitter, at least when you're using the multi-interface shoe. I currently have the transmitter set at -10 dB, which to me seems a little bit hot. If I set it to -20, I have to boost the levels in post and the self-noise is the same. And if I set it to 0, it just clips. I'll give you a moment of quiet so you can better listen to the noise floor. Now I'm recording into the ZV-1 using the 3.5mm microphone input jack, and I'm using the 3.5mm output on the Sony receiver. In this configuration, the levels in the camera are adjustable, and I have them set to give decent levels. And in this configuration, I'll give you another moment of quiet so you can hear the noise floor levels are similar. Now I'm recording into the ZV-1 using a DJI wireless system using the built-in microphone on the transmitter, which is clipped to my shirt in the same spot that the Sony was. If you get a single transmitter DJI system, the price is the same as the Sony system, but the audio is far cleaner than the Sony. I'll give you a moment of quiet so you can get a better idea of the noise floor. And now just a quick test outside. I'm recording into the ZV-1 with the Sony wireless system. Again, just clipped to my shirt. And I just wanted to give an idea of how audible or not the self-noise hiss was in a situation with a little bit of ambient noise. Now, this isn't a super loud ambient environment. It's not, there's not like a ton of traffic going on, but there's some distant traffic noise. Obviously, lots of birds. Tiny bit of wind, although it is pretty darn calm right now. But just an idea of, if you were, using the camera in a situation like this with this wireless system, how noticeable would the self-noise really be? One final thing to note is that the Sony ZV-1 only supports analog audio over the interface shoe. The self-noise from this wireless system is the same whether you're using the 3.5mm output or whether you're sending analog audio via the interface shoe. However, the system does have slightly less noise when using the digital output via the interface shoe into a Sony camera that supports digital audio via the shoe. So on a higher-end Sony camera that supports digital audio, the self-noise isn't as bad, though it still is noisier than something like the DJI system or the Rode system in this price range. And if I'm using a larger, heavier, higher-end camera in the first place, I'm willing to accept a system with a cable if it gets me better audio. Not to mention the additional features that the competition has. The Rode and DJI systems not only offer cleaner audio compared to the W2BT system in digital mode, but they also offer other features that the Sony system lacks. Stuff like additional adjustability, low-cut filters, mobile app control features, display screens for viewing audio levels and battery status, internal recording on the transmitter, dual transmitter capability, safety track options, and more. It really is a shame because I was willing to give up some of the extra features for a simple cableless setup on the ZV-1, but I think Sony kind of dropped the ball on the most critical aspect, the audio quality. It's too bad they couldn't quite nail it with the W2BT. Maybe someday they'll release a new version and get it right. If you have this system and you're happy with it, that's great. And if you want one and you don't think the hiss will bother you, at least now you know about the self-noise and you won't be taken off guard by it. As for me, I don't recommend it. Eliminating the cord is convenient, but considering how much better the alternatives at the same price are, I'll deal with the cord. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.